Thank you. Thank you for joining us and thank you for watching the Chaneé Roby show. As you know, that actually sounds weird to say my own name, but thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. And today I have one of the most amazing guests, my amazing man, my husband, TK. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And so, why is he here? Let me tell you why. So, when I met my husband and he said he was a football buff, I was not one of those women that kind of faked they knew football. I only wanted to go to the Super Bowl party for the food. So, I was like, oh my goodness, this man's going to expect me to know about football. But of course, I knew nothing and he taught me. I don't want to say a lot, but I think I know enough to know what's happening on the field. And I want all ladies who are not familiar with football to know as much as possible about what's happening so you can go to those games and meet you some men, okay? So, we're going to jump right on in with the basics. And the very first thing he taught me all my life, I thought a touchdown, the actual act of them crossing over, was 7 points. But it's actually.
6 points.
And why is that?
It's 6 points because it's 6 points for a touchdown. You have an option to go for, typically, you go for an extra point. The extra point is 1 point. But now, as football's progressed and the scores change, sometimes they go for two when they run a standard offensive play.
Okay.
And gives them the option to go for two if it's a tight game to potentially tie it up. But for most part, traditionally, they go for one an extra point. But now they have that option. But it gives you it helps change the score and helps you strategize if you're a team that's behind and you're trying to come back.
Okay, awesome. I left out a point. Not only is he amazing at playing football, he also refs football. So it would be times when we would be watching a game and he'll say, that ref's about to call this, and that. And sure enough, the ref said this, and that. And I'm like, how in the world does he know this? And babe, you need to share this with the world. So my next question is, okay, so you have offense, defense, right?
Correct. Correct.
When that touchdown is happening, what actually needs to take place to get there?
So what needs to take place is that the offense needs to be in a position where they can help themselves and propel a player to get across the end zone. Once that player crosses the end zone, they can celebrate, but in the same token, they have to make sure that there are no things to be called yellow flags.
Oh, I was gonna ask you
And
that.
the yellow flags could be good or bad, and the teams have the chance to decide which direction they want to go in. If you're on the offense, you score a touchdown, and the penalty is on the defense, then you want to accept the penalty. I mean, I'm saying you want to decline it. Excuse me. You want to decline the penalty to say we want to score. But if it's the defense gets scored upon, but it's a penalty on the offense, they're going to accept that because they don't want them to score and push them back.
Got it.
And that's how the controversy can somewhat start. Not controversy, but chaos.
So those are the yellow flags I find in the washing machine sometimes.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
They're very yellow now.
They're
Thank you.
very yellow and clean. So one other thing I used to hear them say, that's a fumble. And I'm telling you, I'm upstairs and I can hear it going on down. That's a fumble. That's this, that. What is a fumble?
A fumble is when a player has possession of the ball and they're running with the ball, they've caught the ball and they're running with the ball, or they make steps. They make what you call two step. They make player steps, so they can make one or multiple steps. If the player on offense catches the ball and as they're running, after they made two steps and they've made a move to get away from somebody, if the ball is stripped, then it's a fumble. It's green grass, it's one brown ball, everybody wants it. So at that point in time, it's a fumble. And when a fumble happens, the fumble is for anyone. The big offensive linemen, the guys that are 6'5", 350 pounds, the guy that might be 5'10", 165. If the ball is on the ground, whoever comes up with that fumble, it helps their team out.
So when you see them all like huddle over each other, whoever has that ball,
Yes.
that is
Yes.
possession.
Correct. So possession is very important because when the ball is on the ground and there's a pile on this, because that's what it is. When the ball is on the ground, there's a pile on. When the power on happens, everybody wants that ball. Everybody on top is trying to help the people at the bottom they know. The people at the bottom are trying to secure that ball and hope for the best, and you got to secure it because they are actively trying to take the ball away from you.
This is a sidebar question.
Okay.
Because I've always been so intrigued with your referee life.
Okay.
And in that situation, when you're reffing and they're all on top of the ball, I know there's the white hat.
Correct.
That is the referee.
Correct.
That is his name, referee.
Yes.
That's the white hat.
You're correct.
And you are the.
I'm the line judge.
And sometimes.
Sometimes the head linesman.
The head linesman.
Correct.
And so when something like that happens.
Yeah. So when something like that happens, and let's say somebody fumbles the ball, let's say the offense fumbles the ball and the ball goes, as the people on the side, as the head linesman and the line judge, your job is to run in and go ahead and say, okay, because everybody's piling on, but you start tapping people. Okay, you out.
Oh,
you're out. You're
yeah,
out because the ball is on the ground.
Yeah.
If it's 10 people on the pile, the guys on top don't have a shot. Move. You can tap them. Hey, come on out. Come on out. Come on out. And there's a dude. There's someone that's like this. Hold her up. Hold her up. Excuse me.
Okay,
Yes. They hold her up, and then when I say, okay, you got up, you get up, and they come up like this. I got the ball. You can be definitive in your answer because you know who has the ball.
And I find it really interesting, and your hands are on deck. You're involved. You're running up and down, getting your steps in. You're running steps in. But I didn't realize how much goes on behind the scenes, even in high school football, where it's there's someone with the chains. There's someone that can look back at
So the person with the chains is called the head linesman.
Okay.
That's the person that tells that has the chains. You have 2 chains that only go 10 yards. You measure those before the game. You measure those, and then once you measure that, it's okay. So you have 2 people there, and then you have someone that carries what they call the box. The box is what tells you first down, second down, third down, fourth down. If you're the head linesman, every time you move, the box moves with you, and you let them know to move. The chains don't move, so you can have a 2nd and 3, or you can have a 2nd and 13.
Got it. Oh. I never heard that one.
Yeah, you have. You just don't realize.
Okay.
Yeah, you have. Okay. I'll give.
Tell me what that, please.
I'll give you an example. So let's say it's 1st and 10. It's 1st and 10. You just got the ball. Okay. You run the ball, and let's say somebody breaks off a nice run. It's 15, 20 yards. But you hear a whistle. It's like, oh, we got a flag on the play. What's happening? We have holding on the offense. Holding on the offense takes us back 10 yards and replays it down. So now you went from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20.
Got it. Okay. I got it.
Yeah. So it happens way more frequently than a lot of people really realize. And they don't understand. Well, they get it, but they're not happy about it.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question that just
ahead.
really popped in my head. So at the beginning of the ref season this year, you had a game go viral.
Yes.
Why did that game go viral? Can we talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about it. So what happened in this game was it was a very close game. The losing team was down maybe 4 points. It was probably 20 seconds left in that game. In that game, the team that was winning was on defense. They went ahead and they attacked the quarterback. They sacked the quarterback. They got him down. The team that was losing had 0 timeouts. The team that was losing had their players come back to the line of scrimmage to set up to run another play. The kids, the kids on the team that was winning were behind the offensive line of scrimmage, celebrating, thinking that they had won. As they were celebrating that they had won, they had all ran back. When they were coming back to be on the defensive line of scrimmage, the offensive team had actually lined up and snapped the ball. So in theory, and in practicality, They were offsides. They were offsides, which
What does that mean? Offside.
That means the offsides. That means that you have a ball. The ball's lined up, and the ball is your neutral line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage, if you're on defense, here's your side of scrimmage. Here's the offense side of scrimmage.
Okay.
If you go past that ball, you're offsides.
Got it.
The defense was already offsides because they were in the same position where the offense was.
Mm-hmm.
They were past the offense. And so there was a flag on the play, and we had to run one more play because they were offsides.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, it's one play, the same thing. They're excited. The offense goes back, and they go back, and they sack the quarterback again. But when they sacked him, he actually fumbled the ball. A fumble gives you opportunity to understand that when someone fumbles the ball, it's green grass, it's one brown ball.
Mm-hmm.
It might be orange, depending on the league. But
orange football?
Yeah, and youth football is orange sometimes
Oh.
with a stripe on the front and the back.
Okay.
Half stripe. And so when they fumbled the ball, there was two guys, two young gentlemen that were excited that they made the hit, they made the sack, and they were celebrating with their coach. As they were celebrating, they didn't realize it was a fumble. There was a kid from the team that was on offense that picked the ball up and outran, made moves and got blocks and ran it like 50 yards and scored a touchdown.
Wow. That was, I remember you coming home and talking about that. And then you called me the next morning like, Bill, it went viral.
And that type of play tells you that football is a sport where you have to watch you have to deal with the whole play in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you made a play, don't get excited because now when the kid picked it up, it's 11 players versus 9. But 2 of y'all were there celebrating.
Right. So now it's less people to defend.
Correct. Less people to try to attack or make a tackle.
Would that be defend? That would be defense.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I have terms that I heard you say.
Okay.
And I think I know what they are.
All right,
but
that's fine.
Let's talk about them. Sack.
Sack. A sack is what happens when a person on defense gets the quarterback before the quarterback throws the ball.
Okay.
The quarterback does not throw it. He's running back. He's trying to maybe throw a pass, or he might have fumbled the ball because it was a high snap. And then if he gets hit in his hand, then it's a sack.
I think that's what happened with the Bears players, quarterback, quite a bit.
Okay. That's happened before.
Yeah. I'm like, I think I remember that.
Right.
So you told us a fumble, turnover.
A turnover can be, let's say let's say they sack the quarterback and he fumbles the ball, and the defense recovers it. That's a turnover. The quarterback goes back to throw a pass, and somebody from the defense jumps in front of him and catches the pass. That's a turnover.
Okay.
If there's a punt, so sometimes you have 4 downs to get a first. I just want to be clear. 4 downs to get a first. If it's 3rd down and it's 3rd and 5 and you get 4 yards and they say we're going to punt the ball. Punt means that we're going to kick it to the other team. We can see we're going to play defense. If you punt it and the person that's the returner, the punt returner goes and the ball hits him and it falls, the defense jumps on it, that's a turnover.
Okay, I got a question,
Yep.
and I don't think I know this answer.
Okay.
Right, so there's a fumble.
Yep.
But a fumble is only because the ball is down and the play stops. It's a turnover when the play keeps going.
No.
Okay.
So you can have a fumble. So you can fumble the ball and recover it. And it's a fumble, but it's not recovered by the defense, so it's not a turnover. So let's say let's say you're a running back. Okay, I'll use Walter Payton.
Okay.
Because most people know who Walter Payton.
Love
He
Walter
didn't do it, but let's just say hypothetically. Walter Payton's running the ball. He breaks loose, and he gets like X amount of yards. But then while he's running that, somebody goes and strips the ball out of his hand. When they strip the ball out of his hand, that's a fumble.
That's a fumble.
Right. But there's a fumble, but you also have a fumble recovery.
Okay, so if he picks the ball back up at that moment,
it's a fumble, but it's still their ball. So,
but does the play stop?
No.
Oh, it keeps going.
Yeah.
So it's a fumble. Ref doesn't call anything. He picks that ball up. He keeps running.
Yes.
Okay.
When there's a fumble, you don't kill the play because no one has possession of the ball.
Only when they're like hovered over each other, that's when the play is stopped.
Right. That's a different version of fumble. But you can run. You can have scenario where someone's running the ball, or let's say they caught a pass. They're running the ball. Somebody goes and hits it and strips it. It falls to the ground, and they dive on it. It's a fumble, but it's not a turnover.
Got it. I didn't know that part.
Yeah. Tricky, right?
Because you said something when you were explaining, was it the sack? And I'm like, wait a minute, that is right. And that's what it dawned on me, like, wait a minute, I didn't know that the fumble, it could be a fumble. I am Team Green. I could drop the ball, but quickly pick it back up and keep running, and no flags are dropped, nothing happens.
Or anyone from Team Green can pick it up and take off. Anyone from Team Green can pick it up and take off. But if it's Team Orange gets that, then all of a sudden they're gonna say it's a turnover, ball's going the other way, and it's first down for Team Orange.
So as a ref, the fumble. So when it becomes a turnover, you don't even mention the fumble part.
Well, there's really nothing to mention
because it's been exchanged to the other team.
Because no, it's when the fumble happens, you understand that it's a fumble. The coaches on both sides know it's a fumble. They're yelling it, and they're telling you there's one brown ball and there's a lot of green grass. So somebody has to jump on the ball. So let's say, for example, if it's second down and 6, and the running back's running the ball and he gets 4 yards, but he fumbles, and he's on Team Green. If Team Green recovers it where he fumbled, and he got 4 yards, now it's 3rd and 2. If the Team Orange recovers it, it's 1st and 10. So it just depends on who has the ball.
Okay. One thing I found interesting, because I do think I like football, and I tell you that I did play football. Not football.
I'm about to say.
Lord Jesus.
Tell me that.
Basketball.
Okay.
And I played basketball, and you don't really believe me, but I did play basketball for a little bit of elementary and high school.
Okay, all right.
And I know that if there's a tie game, it could keep going. But in football, it's super particular. Like, if it's a tie game in the 4th quarter, what happens?
Well, if it's a tie game in the 4th quarter, then what happens is they do what they call overtime. They do the college rules. So in college rules, what they do in high school rules also is what they do is they say, okay, there'll be a coin toss, and one team can choose if you want the ball first or you want to defend. If a team says defend, the other team's naturally is going to say we want the ball. You start from 10 yards in. That way, there's no first downs. There's no you can get a first down. It's you got 4 downs to either kick a field goal or score a touchdown, which is 6 points. And so they can make that choice, and they make that choice quickly, because if you get the ball first and you kick a field goal, you know that, hey, if I kick a field goal, if they score a touchdown, this game is over. So it's just that becomes the strategy. And then they choose also to say, well, if we're going to go 10 yards in, they might want to be on the end of there. They might be, if it's high school or college, they want to be on the end of where that fan section is. So that fans can cheer them on offense, but then when on defense, the fans are really loud so that the other team's offense can't hear.
Oh, so that's strategic too. Wow.
Absolutely.
I didn't even think about all of it is strategic.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So you can hear the yelling, like when you're the home team and you go down you in that end, they're gonna be really quiet so they can hear everything. You can hear everything that's happening. But when you're the opposition, when you're on there, you're gonna hear all types of noises and bell cows and different things. It's a distraction.